Today we're talking about some not-so-bright cops who got humbled right away. From a group of cops who don't understand what trespassing means, to a female cop who boards a private yacht just to flex her tiny authority. Get ready to see some shocking footage of some of the worst cops ever. Let's go to the videos. One evening, a guy was out in his car when suddenly he was approached by a cop, or at least someone who seemed to be a cop. The thing is, this person wasn't a real cop, but rather a volunteer hired by the police for a while. With the little authority he had, this volunteer cop came up to the guy in a pretty arrogant and aggressive way. Surprise, surprise. What really tipped the guy off was that the cop and his partner weren't even in a police car. They just drove up in a regular car. Realizing something was off, the guy decided to stand his ground. He didn't appreciate being stopped for no reason, especially since the cop didn't bother to explain why he approached him in the first place. Instead of clarifying things, the cop just made a bigger issue out of it all and called for backup, even though nothing was actually happening. The guy asked the cop to call his supervisor to sort out the situation, but this noob refused. Probably because he knew his behavior wouldn't fly with someone higher up. That's when things took an even stranger turn. As the guy told the cop to just get back in his pretend cop car and leave, the cop yelled out something ridiculous. He threatened to shoot the guy right in the face. Talk about an over-the-top reaction, right? It was clear that this was all an empty threat, but still, who says something like that?
I promise you are.
I'm not gonna.
You're gonna back the fuck up off of me. I don't care if you got a camera or not. Smile. You are on camera. But okay. You're gonna back away from me because I ain't done nothing to you. You have no right to be anywhere near me.
You came up to me, dude. What are you talking about?
I came to let you know what the problem was. And you came up here aggressively with that toy soldier you got on.
Chill out, dude.
It wasn't whenever I said you get off of me, back away.
No, I'm not gonna go.
You are.
Okay.
You're making a fool out of yourself.
What are you talking about?
You are.
Dude,
you're out here pretending to be the police, running around. These guys have been here working all night long.
You don't even have a guard card or a PPO or anything.
Go away, sir. You don't know what you're talking about.
Okay. You and your canine?
Go away.
No, I'm not gonna go anywhere.
I promise you, you're gonna go away. Hey, call Mike.
Oh, got the whole cavalry coming.
Listen to me. You don't have any right to bother me or them. Dude, you are here by JD Property Management. Yeah, you need to leave us alone.
Dude, I'm literally sitting over there. Let me explain.
Listen to me. They've been here all night. You know what they told me? You've been sitting down here. They sent me a picture hours ago. You sitting down there.
What are you talking about? Show me the picture then. Does it have timestamp?
Why would I need to do anything for you?
I have a GPS.
I don't care about nothing you do. Go get back in your fake police car and go back over there.
Okay, well, he says it's a police car. Now you're saying it's a fake police car.
I'm telling you it's a fake-ass police car.
So what is it?
A fake-ass police car. Repeat after me, homie. Fake-ass police car. Wow. Let me ask you another question. At your house, you got a stand-up mirror you look at every day before you leave the house to make sure your fake-ass police guard uniform?
Police guard uniform?
Listen to me. That you know you'll never be the fucking police?
Okay.
Back away, get in your car, and go do your job. Call your boss man and ask him who I am and tell him to come out here.
You're a joke.
Maybe.
Joke.
I got a record that shows you, but I'm not a joke, buddy.
Okay.
So back away, toy soldier.
No.
Go away. You're going to get out in front of my fucking car. I promise you that much.
Then my gun's going to go on your face if you try to hit me with the car.
Repeat that?
If you try to hit me with the car, I'm going to shoot you in the fucking face.
Did y'all just hear this, man?
Yeah. That's assault with a deadly weapon.
I said you're going to get out in front of my car. I bet you that.
No.
I didn't say I would hit you, touch you. No. I want you to back the fuck away from me.
You're not supposed to be over here. You have the buildings over there.
When the guy realized the ridiculousness of what the cop had just said, especially since he was recording the whole encounter, he decided to confront him about his behavior on camera. However, the cop seemed totally unfazed, almost like he didn't grasp the potential fallout of his words. Instead of apologizing and walking away, the cop tried to intimidate the guy further by saying that he was recording too, hoping that maybe this would scare the guy off. Obviously, that didn't work. Feeling frustrated and seeing that the cop wasn't going to leave him alone, the guy decided it was best to just get back in his car and leave. He told the cop to move out of the way so he could drive off, but the cop just laughed at him, acting as if he didn't understand the mess he just created for himself. Remember, this was the same cop who had threatened to shoot the guy if he got into his car. Now he was pretending like he had made that threat because the guy had threatened to run him over, which was totally untrue. That's exactly why the guy filmed everything. It's a good reminder for everyone out there that if you ever find yourself in a weird situation with a cop, it's best to start recording. You know, just to keep things clear.
Oh, Catherine, call whoever, because I don't know who you're even, who put you up to this? But
We have this whole property on the side where the Samoans are at, where you have...
What'd you call it?
Where the Samoans are at.
The Samoans?
Yeah.
That's us.
By the F building.
That's them.
Yeah, and you have the other joke guy over there that fucking starting shit.
Well, listen to me. So here's what I need you to do. We can be jokes. I'll be a joke from over there, and you be a joke from your fucking car and leave me alone.
I have that building, the mansion building. I have this whole property. So
Okay, you do that. Go for it.
Okay.
Listen to me. You take that aggression, you pack it back in your little uniform and go away. Listen to me. What I'm telling you is I can feel your energy from 2 planets away. I need you to get in your car, go back over there. I'm going to defuse this situation because I'm going to leave right now.
Good, you should.
That's what I'm headed out to do.
Okay.
I advise you guys to call the owner and have him come out here and deal with this guy.
Okay,
That's what I do. And I'll be dealing with you tomorrow. Listen, dude, you're creepy as fuck.
What are you talking about, dude?
Back away. I need to leave.
You can get a reverse.
So you're telling me I can't drive out of here?
Go ahead. You have plenty of room.
I'm not gonna drive past you.
You have plenty of room.
You just told me you would shoot me in my face if I move my car.
You have plenty of room.
That's great, soldier.
Okay.
Go get in your car, please. I'm asking you to leave me alone.
No, you came up to me, dude.
I came up to these guys to let you know what was going on.
You came in all hot and heavy.
Sir, I need you to leave.
No.
Here's what I'm
This
telling
is
you
my property.
now.
I'm not gonna leave. Okay. Go ahead and call the cops.
I have to get back to work, my man. Okay? So I'm gonna back up and you're gonna stand right there.
No, I'm gonna go where I want.
This time when these not-so-bright cops approached a guy, they seemed to think he owed them a look at his ID, even though there was no crime happening. The guy quickly realized that these 2 cops didn't really know the law that well. He asked to speak with their supervisor, which is something anyone can request. Oddly, one of the cops asked him why he wanted a supervisor, which they really shouldn't do. It's standard that when someone asks for a supervisor, the cops should just call one without questioning the reason. The guy tried to explain to the cops that they needed a legitimate reason, like suspecting him of breaking the law, to ask for his ID. That's when they suddenly claimed that he was trespassing. But here's the thing. He wasn't on private property. He was in a public space. You can't be trespassing in a public area like that. This just showed that they didn't even understand what trespassing really meant. To make things worse, these cops seemed to think they could just ask anyone for their ID, crime or no crime. But that's not how it works. Situations like this are exactly why we have constitutional laws, to prevent abuses of power and to educate both the public and law enforcement about individuals' rights.
What crime did I commit? What crime did I commit?
Commit a crime,
But you just asked for my ID. I didn't commit.
Trespassing you. That's why you're.
I just said I'm leaving. I just said I'm leaving.
But they're banning you from coming back here.
I'm leaving. No, I don't. I don't have an ID. I don't have an ID.
It's fine. What is your first name?
I don't have to give that if I didn't commit a crime. What crime did I commit? I'm recording for my safety.
Hence why we out here.
What's disorderly conduct?
That's the call. We came out here for disorderly conduct.
Right, because I was trying to get a refund for my
He
money.
explained to you weren't getting the money today because of the fact that nobody there can help you.
Right, so what crime was committed?
They want to ban you
I'm
from the
saying what
property.
crime was committed though?
There's no crime being committed.
Right, so I don't have to provide for ID. Can I speak to the supervisor?
For what?
I know the law. Can I speak to the supervisor? You're asking for an ID when no crime was committed. That's not the law. Policy isn't law.
You know our policy?
I know their policy. And I said, I got off the property. Why do you need my ID? I'm about to go over there. Sidewalk isn't property. That's public property.
They don't want you to come back.
I'll leave.
So you have to have ID.
I don't have to give an ID. Can I speak to the supervisor?
She's on the roof.
Okay, so I'm going over here. I don't have to give you an ID.
All right. So
What crime? I'm asking you a question. What crime was committed?
it doesn't have to be a crime committed. If you
I don't feel safe. You're coming too close. I don't feel safe.
All right. So, literally, you give us your name?
I don't have a name. I don't have a name. I don't have an ID. I don't have to give an ID. No crime was committed.
That's why we're out.
I'm not on the property anymore. No crime was committed.
What's the issue with just giving us?
I'm not giving you no ID.
We just give it to them.
I'm not giving you no ID. I want to speak to the supervisor. I don't feel
He's
safe.
on his way here. I don't know where you're walking to.
This is
All right, we can
this is not the LA Fitness property. What crime was committed?
I don't. It's just.
I will tell you my name if you give me the what crime was committed.
We got. All right. I'll just explain to you why we're here in the first place. So we got a call for disorderly conduct.
How was that disorderly conduct if I was trying to get my refund? I asked nice. I said, sir, can I get my refund? I came to LA Fitness. I was charged twice.
You would just take that up in civil court if you're trying to get your money.
I'm not. No. No crime was committed.
These cops were really trying to pin something on this guy. They seemed to be making a problem out of the fact that he wouldn't show his ID, even though he had every right not to. They did remember one rule, though. They had to introduce themselves when asked while in uniform. As the situation escalated, another cop showed up as backup, making it seem like they were dealing with the worst criminal on earth. Not just the guy who had been trying to get a refund and decided to leave and he wasn't allowed to. The backup included a female sergeant, and it turned out that the person from whom the guy had been trying to get a refund had called the police. Now the sergeant was accusing him of being disorderly, even though she hadn't finished looking into what actually happened. The cops quickly circled back to their earlier accusation of trespassing. This time, since it was clear that the guy was just on a sidewalk, they changed their tune and accused him of trespassing inside the building. The problem was the guy hadn't been inside the building related to his refund request for quite some time. This new accusation didn't make any sense either. It seemed like the cops were just scrambling to find any reason to justify their actions.
You're fine.
You just threatened with an arrest. He just threatened with arrest.
If you fail to ID yourself, that's an arrest.
That's not an arrest.
If you can't ID you,
that's not. How was that an arrest? What crime was committed?
If you were refusing to leave.
I didn't refuse to leave. I just left.
But that's after they asked you several times, right?
I just left the property. I just left. What crime was committed?
You went in there for 15, 20 minutes and they're telling you to leave. You just...
Because I was trying to explain to you guys how I was trying to get my refund. I was trying to wait for y'all. What crime was committed?
We show up 20 minutes after the call had came out. He was already asking you to leave at that point.
I was trying to wait for y'all. I was trying to wait for y'all. I don't have no ID. I don't know. I want to speak to supervisors. I'm recording for my safety. I know the law. No crime was committed. I'm on public property. This is Chick-fil-A. That's LA Fitness. Which one is the supervisor?
The little one in the back.
She's the supervisor? I get both of you guys' name and badge number, please.
Sure. I'm Sergeant Ringler, 1728.
Sergeant Rayler, 1728. Ringler, 1728. Just for my safety.
Yep, okay.
And what is your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Fennelly. 2554 is my badge number.
I appreciate it.
What's your name?
I don't have to give that because no crime was committed. I know the law. I was trying to be polite to them. No crime was committed. You can call me a good citizen. No crime was committed. I told him that I was trying to get a refund from the guy at the front desk. Okay. LA Fitness charged me twice. Okay. So they've been bugging me saying, oh, you haven't paid. I paid. They charged me twice. Okay. When I went in today, I said, hey, I called earlier this morning. And he said, yeah, you can get your refund when you come in. I came in, he had an attitude. He said, no, you can't get no refund. There's no manager here. I said, I'm going to leave. He called the police. I said, what you calling the police for? I'm just trying to get a refund. That's what happened. I don't think no crime was committed. I didn't make a threat.
Well, they have his...
I asked him if he scanned or anything. He said,
what threat did I commit? What crime? What threat? What crime did I commit?
The female sergeant seemed curious about whether the guy had driven himself there and how he planned to get home, as if that detail was crucial. Despite this, the cops were still hung up on the idea of charging him with trespassing. The guy, however, was determined to set them straight on what trespassing actually involves. He took the time to explain that even if he were in a place he shouldn't be, the cops couldn't just demand his ID right off the bat. The law requires that the person must first be asked to leave the area. Only if he refuses to leave or if he comes back after being warned can the cops legally ask for his ID and potentially charge him with trespassing. As he laid out these points, it became clear to everyone there that this guy knew his rights and the law better than the cops did. Realizing that they were outmatched in legal knowledge, these cops had no choice but to back down and walk away, heads bowed.
things a little bit when we got here.
I just got to record everything too.
Names and badges and stuff. Just want to let you know you're being recorded as well.
Right.
We wear body cams.
But a citizen doesn't have to provide them, so
I'm just letting you know you're being recorded.
You guys have body cams. That's it. Sometimes you cops don't. Some cops aren't good cops. They don't turn their body cam on. I don't know.
Not the case.
I just don't know what crime I committed. What did he say? He said I made a threat. What did he say? What crime did I do?
They don't want you there. They don't want you there.
I told him I'm leaving. When you guys came, I left. I'm over here now.
Put on a list that you're banned. So that way, if you come back as trespassing, you'll be arrested.
I'm not going back. So,
You have your car here?
I don't.
How are you getting home today?
I don't know.
How did you get here today?
I don't know. I don't answer questions. I don't feel safe. So I don't feel safe, so I record for my safety. Seen a lot of guys that don't record and things bad happen. Free to go? Yep, appreciate
Please
it.
don't go back in there.
But this is public property. If I was over there, that's all LA Fitness.
Yeah.
But this isn't LA Fitness.
We will charge you.
I can stay here all day because this is not a crime. Yeah, you guys take care.
Have you ever encountered a cop who got annoyed at you for filming in public? Well, this man did when a cop noticed him filming and pulled over to ask what he was up to. The man told him he was just recording public scenes. But the cop tried a different angle. He claimed that the man was on private property, which wasn't true at all. It seemed like this cop thought anything he said would be taken as fact just because he had a badge. The man tried to clarify that he was a journalist, but the cop wasn't interested in listening. Despite not seeing any signs that the area was off limits or private, the cop shifted gears and complained that the man was too close to a police station and was filming police cars entering the station's parking lot. The cop acted as if police cars were somehow off limits to the public eye. Because of this, the cop decided to make a report, although it wasn't clear on what grounds. The man was simply exercising his right to film in public spaces, yet the cop seemed determined to find a problem with it. It was a frustrating situation, reminding us that understanding and upholding public rights can be more difficult for some people than others.
What you doing, man? What are you doing?
Filming?
Filming what?
Public?
This is private property, dude.
I didn't see a sign right there.
This is private property.
I didn't see a sign.
Just, not to make it weird, man. This is with all the stuff that's been going on and everything. We have to identify people that are out here filming our. These are our personal vehicles.
Over here?
You have an ID?
I don't have any idea.
Is this for like a school project or something, or
I'm just a journalist.
just a journalist?
Yes.
Okay. Like I said, this is basically this whole thing is a private drive. Okay. And if it's just for journalism purposes, it's probably fine and stuff. But anytime you're going to film like police stuff like that, at least go to the police station and notify them, because
Isn't it closed until Sunday?
the police department, man, we never close. It's not like I said, it's not a big deal that you're out here doing it, but just with like they ended up having to put these signs up. That's why you've got this big response coming out here on this, because we had like that ISIS stuff and everything.
Oh, I'm not part of
No,
that.
no. We don't know that. But when that stuff comes out, when somebody's in our parking lot filming our vehicles and filming officers, we have to check it out.
Well, I'm across the street.
This is all City of Dallas property right here.
This is public right away.
This is City of Dallas property, all right?
I walk along this right here, and there's no sign that says private property out there. So if it's private property, I might want to put a sign there, because
I agree with you.
Okay. I'm not trying to touch it, but I'm just saying, pointing right there.
Okay.
It should have been a sign.
That's fine. I'm not disagreeing with you, but that's why we're out here.
All right.
What's
Is
your last
this
name?
wrong?
What's your
what
last
I'm
name?
doing?
What's your last name?
Am I under arrest?
I'm identifying you. What's your last
For?
name? I have to type a report about this. Okay?
I wish to not say nothing. If I'm not in trouble, then
You can please exit the property.
all right. I'm gonna stand right there at that corner right there. Is that all right?
Pretty soon, more cops showed up around this guy even though he hadn't done anything wrong. It makes you wonder, don't these cops have anything better to do? Sometimes it feels like whenever you actually need the police, they're nowhere to be found. But here they were, a whole bunch of them, just because they saw a chance to throw their weight around and puff up their big, fat egos. Next time you're waiting for the police and wondering where they might be, remember this story. They might be busy getting themselves involved in situations where there's no real crime, just an opportunity for them to exercise their tiny authority over someone who's just going about their regular business.
Sergeant, what's going on, sir?
I'm just filming, but if I'm not being detained, can I stand right at that corner right there and film?
Sure. What's your reason for filming?
Well, if I don't want you to answer any questions, but if I can film right there, I mean, if I'm not in any type of trouble, can I film right there at that corner?
Up there at the corner is fine, because that's a public right of way. There's a bus stop and everything like that. But when you come back here, why there's no signs posted, I'm telling you right now that, as a representative of the city of Dallas, this is not a place where citizens do normally have access. Unless you're here on official city business, I have to ask you to go up there.
Okay, well, I'll just let you know there's no sign there saying that. Otherwise, if I would have saw it, I would
understand that,
have
but I'm a
walked back
person
here.
serving you notice verbally.
Okay, that's fine.
But up there would be just fine, sir.
I understand. Thank you.
I'm Sergeant Illingworth. What's your name?
I'm about to leave. If y'all want me to leave, I'll just go ahead and walk over there. So, is that fine?
Okay.
Okay.
Bye.
Thank you.
Finally, we have some cops who decided to board a guy's private yacht. But as soon as they noticed he was filming them, they started to grumble. One of the cops, a woman, claimed that they were there for a safety check and to see if the man had any weapons on board. But if that's their reasoning, shouldn't they be checking every yacht and car out there? The female cop then asked the man to explain the reason for his trip, like she was expecting some dramatic story. The guy simply told her that he was just out for some fun and relaxation. That's when she noticed that there were a lot of girls on the yacht, and she started asking how he knew all these girls, as if that were any of her business. If anyone had a problem, they would speak up, right? They were all adults, free to do whatever they want. So piss off, pig.
Welcome, welcome.
I'm Officer Reyes. Nice to meet you.
Nice. I'm Peter.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Have you ever been boarded by the Coast Guard before?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why do we need the video?
I like to document it for, purposes. I'm also on the video, so.
Okay. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah, I'm also on the video.
We're just going to do a safety check today. All right.
problem.
Check some safety equipment without reaching or touching for it. Do you have any weapons on board?
No, we don't.
Okay. So I just need your license registration, please.
Sure.
Okay.
What's the question?
I asked what the purpose of your voyage was.
It's a pleasure voyage. I like to have fun on the water.
A pleasure voyage?
Pleasure voyage, yeah.
Okay. So you guys are all friends, or did you pick them up? They're here to visit for spring break. Most of them are not from here, so how do you know them?
Yeah, through friends of my other friends, yeah.
Friends of your other friends.
Yeah.
Okay.
You good?
Do you have any questions for us?
No, I'm good. I was just wondering what made you want to stop us today? Was this random check or something?
We're doing checks out here all day. Okay. All boats, all charters. It's spring break and we're doing our job.
Yeah,
right?
Don't say this is a charter, because charters are paid rides. This is a free owner's ride.
I understand, but you have a lot of people on this boat, and normally that would make it a charter. So that's why we're here.
So, since everyone will be watching this on Instagram soon in a few minutes, I want to tell all beautiful girls they're welcome to join Miami Poppin' Yacht for free rides. There we go.